Hey you guys, I'm Carla B. Thank you for tuning in with me and my lovely model. Or actually, this is my lovely daughter. She's going to be helping me today. So today is a class on head measurements so that you can customize your lace wig. So actually, we're going to just jump right on in. And I just want to go over some key things for you. So when you're doing this, you're going to need your measuring tape, a wig cap. You're going to need something to document your head sizes, your measurements. You're going to need some hairpins. And you may also need some hair clips. Typically, you are going to have to mold your client's hair down. You can do that with pin curls, or you can also braid the hair down. So my model has come with her hair already braided. It's in a nice braid pattern. She has 2, 4. She has 6 braids. And then the back is just kind of braided up. Pretty fairly easy. Pretty simple, you guys. So, since a lot of the work has been cut out for me, we can just go straight to prepping with the wig cap. And so I'm just simply going to put this on my client's head as so. Want to get all the hairs in there that we can. You just use the end of your rat tail comb to just push everything up. And make sure the ears are out. And we're going to do the same thing on this other side. And in the back, make sure her hair is put up in there as well. Fairly easy, you guys. And I like to make sure that the wig cap is pulled back just enough so it's like right at the hairline. And this excess that you have here, you just simply take a hairpin, put that in, and you just pin that to the sides, you guys, like so. You take another one, and you can pin that just to make sure that it's flat. Fairly easy, you guys. Fairly quick and fairly easy. Alright, so I'm sure you wonder, how do we customize these wigs? How do we customize these lace wig units and make them fit so well? So we do this by using measurements of our clients or our models. And there are approximately 8 to 10 measurements that you can use. And out of those 10 measurements, we will utilize 8 today. So just to give you a little bit of background, so the average wig cap on a head is sized at 21.25 to 22.5 inches. And so this may be about 90% of your clientele. On the other hand, the petite wig size cap is usually 20 to 21.25 inches. And then after that, your large head size measurements are 23 inches and up. So that's where you get the 23, the 23.5, up to like the 24 size wig cap. So with that being said, you're gonna need your flexible measuring tape, and then as we've already made sure, you're gonna need your hair secured and pulled back and put inside of a wig cap. And so basically after that, now you're ready to rock and roll with your head measurements. So the very first one that we're going to do is called the circumference diagonal measurement. And this is simply taking your measuring tape. You want the end with the numbers starting with 1. And you're simply going to put your measuring tape around your client's ear. You're going to have the metal part in the middle part of the forehead. You're going to bring your measuring tape around. So I'm going to swing her around so you can see this, you guys. You're going to bring it around the back, and you're going to be under the occipital bone. You're going to bring it up the ear here, and you're going to match it and bring it around to that metal part. And this will give you a measurement of 20.75. Now here's the thing to be mindful of, you guys. This part is the key part, because this is her circumference diagonal, but if you realize this is her circumference diagonal without the bulk of her hair that we have pinned up. So if we want to get a better accurate reading of our client or our model for right now, what we need to do is still have that measuring tape centered in the middle, in the front of her forehead, but we also need to include that hair that's bulging out in the back. So you want to still be as close to the occipital bone as possible in the back, and you have your measuring tape resting on this hair because this is included in this circumference diagonal measurement. You want to bring it around. And so now, you guys, it's clear to me that this hair in the back truly makes a difference, because now her measurements are 21.5. So you want to be careful, you guys. You want to make sure that, you know, if they have hair in the back, that you include that with your circumference diagonal, because this is the measurement that's the most important out of the 8 measurements that we're going to do, because this dictates which size wig block you're going to choose. So I want to notate that her circumference diagonal is 21.5. And then I'm going to move on to my next one. And this one is just your regular circumference. So we're going to do the same thing. We are going to place this measuring tape in the middle of her forehead, right at her hairline. We are going to bring this around. But you guys, the difference in this one is it's going across the middle, or it's going across the occipital bone. Right across, you guys. It's not dipping down here, it's going across. Okay? And we're still going to meet that measuring tape at the hairline. Make sure we're doing this right. So with this one, you guys, she is measuring 21 3/4. So you want to make sure you write that down. Okay. So our next one will be ear to ear. So for this one, you're measuring the top of the ear on one side. I'm going to turn her around so you can see me. So right where her ear stops up here, you guys, I'm going to have this measuring tape. And I'm just going to pull it across horizontally. And we are going to stop at the top of this ear. And she is an 11 1/2. Our next one is the right ear. And this is simply done by placing your measuring tape in the temple area, which is right here, you guys. So I would like to say that this is typically around the area where the end of the eyebrow is, your eyebrow hairs, kind of like in this area. But when you pull your finger back, there's usually like a little bit of a dip right there. So that's how you know that you're in the right area. So you want to take your measuring tape and you want to put it right there. Like I said, I do typically from like the end of the eyebrow hairs there. And you just want to bring it in front of the ear. And so her measurement for the right ear, you guys, is 2. Now we're going to do the same thing with the other ear, her left ear. Swing her around so you can see that. It's typically the same thing on this side, you guys. I'm looking for the end of the eyebrow. I'm feeling for that dip. And I'm going to put the measuring tape right at the end there. And I'm going to bring it in front of the ear. And on this side, she measures as a 2 as well. This next one is for the nape area. This is the area, the back of the neck, this whole area that goes across here. So we want to get our measuring tape. We want to start where the hairline starts. So for her, it's typically in this area right in here. And then we just want to come across to where the hairline ends. And for her, she is a 4. This area is important as well, you guys, because it pretty much shows you where the wig is going to end. You don't ever want to have a wig that comes too short or a wig that comes too long. It needs to be right at the natural nape area, okay? It needs to span from across both sides, okay? The next one is from front to nape. And this is measured by placing the measuring tape at the front of the forehead in the center. Here's your metal part. And all we're going to do is simply pull the measuring tape down. And remember, we have her hair right here, and we're simply going to pull it to the end. We don't have to force anything, just let it fall natural. And with that being said, her nape area ends right here, and so she measures as a 14.5. And then last but not least, our final measurement is going to be for the forehead. And so this is quite simple as well. you're just basically going to measure from ear to ear, but you're going to go across the forehead. So I'm going to start. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I love this girl. You're going to have your metal piece at the front of the ear, and then you're going to bring it around to the other ear, right in front, you guys. And we're not forcing anything. We just want it to fall naturally. So for her, she measures at a 10.5. So there you have it, you guys. Head measurements are key, and they're important in this technique. You want to make sure that you accurately get the head measurements. You want to make sure that all the hair is pulled back. You want to make sure that all the hair is accounted for when you take your measurements, because it all matters in your custom fit. You want to make sure that you have a flexible measuring tape such as this. It needs to be able to bend those corners and to be able to really like fit in those grooves so that you can get that accurate head measurement. Okay. And with that being said, you guys, that's it for this course. I'm hoping that I'm going to see you in the next one. We're going to be going over the next steps that you need in order to finish customizing your custom lace wig units, you guys. So once again, I thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.